Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this Thursday morning, August 11th, 2022. At Forex Smart Trade, our goal is to make you a successful currency trader, and we do that by teaching you how to trade using our proprietary, super accurate trading indicators. And we do that with personalized one-on-one training, which we think is the most efficient and effective way to learn from somebody who is an experienced trader, who knows how to use the tools and can communicate it to you in a way that you can use the tools too. We have a dozen different trading signals that you can use off of these tools. And as we train you, we will create a trade plan that kind of fits how you like to trade or your preferences. The signal I use is something called the 10-point trade, which is what we will use this morning. With that, let us get started. Let's bring him over here.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the other great things about the program is we do these live trades. When you are a regular member, we do a trade at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We do another trade at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and a third trade at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Each of the trades use different strategies. And historically, we have averaged about 150 pips a week off of these trades. We also have an additional paid session, and then we have continued training on Wednesday evening and also on Saturday morning. When you're a light member, you get access to a pared down schedule. I trade off of a checklist, and that checklist every day involves kind of like a pilot's checklist, just to make sure I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I restart my green charts every day and make sure my MetaTrader 4 is connected and live. I do that before we jumped on. It is good habit to kind of think through what occurred during the day, and specifically what trades didn't go the way you wanted, and figure out what you did wrong so you could include the improvement in your tool bag. Sometimes there are, you did everything right and the trade just went the wrong way, but often there is a little mistake or something that you can improve, or something you didn't notice that can be fixed. On our trades from Monday and Tuesday and the live trades, both of those closed successfully. On the trades I sent out for the trade setup. Last night's closed profitably. The day before, it didn't. Basically, it was kind of a little bit of a tough signal, and but it did go profitable, and it went shy of where we went for the take profits. As it started to pull back, I probably should have just closed it out. But again, I was sleeping. So, hey, if you haven't muted yourself, could you please mute yourself, because I can hear that in the background and it distracts me a little bit. Andrew, thank you. So where was I? So frequently, if you get a trade that goes positive, especially after I've already had a couple successful trades, once the trade goes positive, I will pull up my stop loss to just the other side of the entry point, so that if it does pull back, it'll just close us out at break even. Fundamental analysis, we are technical traders. We trade based on the price action, and the indicators are very good at telling us which direction the market's going to go. However, news does impact currency, and we want to know what that news is so that we can trade around it. And the place I go to find the news is a place called forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com. Forex Factory breaks news down into three components. Yellow is low impact, orange is medium impact, and red is high impact. And we want to stay away from the reds. And ideally, I want to stay away from something where there's a red signal. I want to be out of the trade 2 hours beforehand. And the reason I picked 2 hours beforehand is because news leaks. And what will happen is the news will get out a little bit beforehand, and those who have access to it will trade on it. And it causes the price to move, and it may move in an opposite direction of what the signal is indicating. So to avoid that, I just stay out of it, and then maybe 30 minutes afterwards, I might get back in. So we've got both a red and an orange this morning at 8:30, which is within this 2 hour window. So we will not be taking a trade on the USD this morning. And then we've got the tomorrow in the middle of the night. There's some stuff on the pound, which the USD, there is a couple nice setups as I was checking out. So now we will go into our technical analysis for the 10-point signal, and we are going to look for a setup off of the 1 hour chart. And I'm looking, basically what I'm trying to do with the 10-point signal is get the lines all to line up in a specific direction. When that happens, I have a very high probability of the trade doing what I want. There's three sections to the chart: the majors, the TNTs, and the pressure. And when I can get all three to line up, that is a good trade. Now, right here on the Australian US dollar, this is a nice setup. I start with the middle section, the majors and minors. I am looking for situations where the lines are above the blue line, which is the overbought line. When things are overbought, that's a good time to sell. Or when the lines are below the red line, the oversold line, and pointing up. So here I've got everybody above coming down, and I have what's called double cross, where the red line is crossed over the green on the major indicator and the black line is crossed over the black. So I've got 3 points here. One, let's see, get this out of our way here. One, that we're overbought. Two, everybody's going down. And three, I've got the double cross. I also like this because there's good steepness to the line, not the green line specifically. I'm not concerned that the miners have kind of gone more than halfway. I'm interested in the position of the major indicator, and that's just entering the channel. When I get all three, I bump up to the top part of the indicator, the TNTs, and I count how many lines are basically going in the direction that supports this. 2 orange lines are telling me sell. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going up, that means sell. The 2 blue lines are going up. So I've got all 4 telling me up. I have then, if I get agreement both on the TNT or the majors and minors and the TNTs, I then look to the pressure, and I am looking for the lines to either go down or I want the red line on top. And we do have the red line on top here. So I've got 8 points here. My only problem is we've got a news item in the next 2 hours. So we're going to pass. I just walked through that exercise so that we could see what the setup is. But this is the setup I'm looking for here on the Euro USD. Actually, both are going sideways versus down. Pound USD, this, we've got another good setup here. All 3 going down. 4 points here on the TNTs. Red is crossed over. This signal is better than this signal. So if I were to choose between the 2, I would take the pound dollar. One, because the lines are steeper. This is coming down steeper than this is coming down steeper. Now, I know it's just about touching halfway. I will consider it as long as it's not touching halfway. The other reason that the pound versus the Aussie is better is these are both daytime in both markets. Here, we're entering nighttime in Australia. So one is current, one is nighttime. There'll be a little less volume. This will have more volume. More volume, I'll get in and get out faster. USD Canadian, again, another good signal. In fact, between the US, so we've got everybody going up, good steepness to the lines, double cross. I've got 3 of the 4 here versus 4 of the 4 here. The dotted blue is going up. Usually the orange is the last, the thick blue is the last to turn. So this is a little unusual, but I do have 3 out of 4, and I do have the green crossing over the top. Between these 2, I would take this trade. I'd take the U.S. Canadian trade over the pound dollar trade because both are morning time. Both are morning time. There's good steepness on this line, and the line is just entering the channel, whereas this line is halfway through the channel. I want to try to get a run all the way through the channel because you can see when I can get a run, that's going to give me the highest probability of getting the 10 pips I want. In this case, in the 2 hours was 13 pip. It was it was 24 pip 24 pip run there. So on a 1 hour chart, my trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. So I want to try to get that run as we go all the way through the channel. USD Swiss franc, again, here's we got 3 points here, 4 points here. Green is just crossed over. So again, another setup, but we're going to hold off because we got the USD. 3 points here again. Slope here isn't great though. Slope here isn't great. It's a little odd. It's just under 45 degrees versus here it's steeper than 45 degrees. Again, we got 4 out of 4, and the line is just crossing over. You could argue that it still isn't quite there yet versus over here where you can clearly see the crossover. Over here you see the crossover. So we got to set up all here, but we're going to hold off because we get that news item coming up. Now I've cloned this chart and just put different currency pairs. These are non-USD currency pairs. So let's take a look and see what we have. So I'm starting with the majors and minors in the middle, and I'm looking for overbought and going down. So I don't have that here. We've got this agreement between the majors and the minors. Here we're in the middle of the channel, and it's turning. I like to catch it on either side of the oversold or overbought line. Euro Canadian dollar. Overbought, minors are coming down, majors are going up, so we don't have agreement. Australian New Zealand dollar in the middle of the channel, and we don't have agreement. Pound yen oversold, going down. Euro Australian dollar overbought, everybody's still going up, so nothing there. Canadian dollar yen, we are oversold. Minors are going up. Majors kind of going up. It's really more sideways. I don't like sideways. I don't like that. If you follow the green line here, we're going from more steep to less steep, and then from more steep to less steep. So we've got two kinks in this line, and on each kink, the line gets less steep. I want the reverse to be true. If there's a kink, I want the line to get more steep. So this tells me it's kind of weakening. So I would pass on this. We do have 4 out of 4 here on the TNTs. The two orange lines are going up, two blue lines are going down, and the green line is just about crossing the red line. But I don't like the slope of this. And you really only need 2-3 setups a day, and you're going to make very good money. So it's worth it to be picky, because once you get in a trade, then you've got your capital tied up, and you lose the opportunity to take other trades because you're stuck in one trade. So you want to pick trades. You want to be picky on picking your trades and know the signal well, so that you can, when you see it, you can take it. Overbought, major still going up, minor starting to turn. Pound to New Zealand dollar, we're oversold and going down. New Zealand dollar yen, we're in the middle of the channel, or a little past the middle of the channel, going down. NZD USD, like the other USDs, this is a nice setup. Like the other USDs were overbought. Everybody's going down. Double cross, steepness of the line is good. We've got 4 out of 4 here, and we get the red line on top. But because we get that news item, we're going to skip him. Over Euro Swiss franc, overbought, majors going up, minors have turned, so nothing there. AUD Canadian. All right, overbought, everybody's coming down. I like that. TNTs, 2 orange lines going down, telling me sell. 2 blue lines going up, telling me sell. So 4 out of 4 here, 3 out of all 3 here. Up pressure, and the red is crossed over. So I've got 8 points here. So when I have 8 points, I am going to then go to confirm the trade. I'm going to confirm the trade by looking at the 2 and 4 hour chart. And to look at the 2 and 4 hour chart, we'll go over here. And rather than have multiple time frame or multiple pairs, I've got all one pair with multiple time frames. So we're going to put in the AUD CAD. So this is what we were looking at. Basically, what I want to have happen, or what I'm looking for to confirm this, is I want to see that the 2 and the 4 hour are both overbought. They don't have to be coming down, but I want to see that they're overbought. And the thinking here is that if I'm overbought on the 2 and the 4 hour, if this signal changes or weakens a little bit, I will still get the trade because we're overbought. When we're overbought, the lines are going to come down eventually. It'll just take longer for it to happen. So my backup is if this signal weakens, I can pick it up off of the 2 and the 4 hour. Oops, what did I do here? I don't know what I did here. There we go. So I have that. So with that, I then want to take a look at what's the trade worth. And to figure out what the trade is worth, I am going to look at the candles over a little bit longer term and find out what the trend is and where the support and resistance is. This trade requires a little bit of calculation in terms of figuring out what the trade is worth. So AUD Canadian. So I'm going to pull this together so I can get more data point. Oops. Let's get back over here. Come on. So I can get more data points. So I would argue we have a good uptrend here. We had some news item that brought it down, and we're still going up. So it's kind of an extension of this trend. And we are taking a, let's put our support and resistance in there. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And I got a little bit of stopping in here, a little bit of stopping in here, a little bit of stopping in here. And because they naturally stop, that becomes the limit of where I'm going to take the trade at. On the Euro USD, these tend to be about 30 pips apart. I don't want to trade outside of these limits because if it's going to bounce here, I don't want to have to wait for it. I want to be able to get in and get out quickly. And if I have to wait for it while it's bouncing on this line, again, it introduces more risk into the trade. And I want to minimize my risk as best I can. And we'll put one more in here. Huh. Right in here, right in here. Oops. We don't need this guy. Right in here. So now I'm going to open this back up so I can see it a little better. And see where we are in relationship to what we're seeing here. So we've kind of got an uptrend. I want to know how many pips I have to either side of this line. So I've got 14 pips down and 13 pips up. So 14 down, 13 up. Let's save this a second and look at the signal. And so I've got a sell, and we're trading against the trend. A sell, and we're trading against the trend. I'm just thinking about it a little bit. So since we're trading against the trend, I'm going to take less pips than I might if going to take less pips. I'm not going to go down to this line. I think we can go ahead and take a, let's save this. And let's see. Let's go ahead and take this for 8 pips, 8 pip trade. So I'm going to open my MetaTrader. This is Australian Canadian dollar. I don't have that open, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart. I know it's going to probably be in this third group, Australian Canadian dollar. Put it on the 1 hour candle, and we've got a 2 pip spread, which is kind of a lot. This is probably, if this were a scalp, say a 5 pip trade, I wouldn't do this trade because we're giving up too much to the broker. 8 pips, I think I'd be willing to go 8 on an 8 pip trade. Let me just take a look one more time. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take this for 8 pips. So new order. My lot size is a function of what's in my account. This is a demo account. It's got 7,100 in it, so I'm going to go to 0.72. I'm basically moving the decimal spot over 4 places, and then I'm rounding up the 17 to 20. And with this formula, I can take two trades, have 2 open trades. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or the take profit at this morning. I just want to get the trade in. So I'm just going to hit sell by market. So we've done that. And now once the trade is recorded, I'm going to right click anywhere along it, go to modify or stop. 8 pips is 80 points. If I type 80 in here and click the little blue button, it does the math for me. And we are going to use a 3 times stop loss. So at 80, 3 times 80 is 24 pip stop loss. Add an extra 0 to convert the pips to points. Click the red button. And the only other thing I'm going to check is I want to see exactly where we got in. We got in at 59. So we want to go to, if we're taking 8 pips, we want to go to 51. So I'm going to change this to 51. 51.9. Click modify. It drops it in. So we took a sell on the AUD CAD with a take profit of 0.90519 and a stop loss of 0.90866. I do like to check to make sure I can see both the take profit line and the stop loss line, and we do. So again, we took a trade for 8 pips on the AUD CAD with a take profit of 0.90519, 0.90519, and stop loss of 0.90866. And I will expect this trade that the signal weakened a little on this next hour. I would expect this to close in about 3 hours. All right, gang. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. We are here to make you successful, and we will make you successful. If you have any questions, go to your coach, or you can schedule some time with me. And Donald Porter, I will reach out to you later this morning. Thanks so much, and we will talk again on Monday evening. Bye-bye.